Jonathan Pollack is an expert on East Asian international politics and security at the Brookings Institution. He joins me from Washington to discuss President Moon's visit. Jonathan, welcome to the program. The United States and ROK certainly want to put this image out there that they are united, they are on the same page when it comes to DPRK. But are they? And can they find common ground?
Well, I think a lot will depend on the substance of the discussions between the two presidents, where you get past the broad slogans and ask in a very, very practical way whether or not there is full alignment of interest and direction. It's safe to say that President Moon clearly has hopes that he can find a way to re-engage with North Korea. But having said that, he knows that things are very, very different from the time that he served in government before. 10 years ago, North Korea has made major strides in its weapons programs, and the international community now opposes North Korea very, very strongly for its nuclear weapons and missile activities. So there are real constraints on what President Moon would be able to do, but the most important thing is that he and President Trump have a very candid discussion about all of these issues.
The White House is reportedly weighing in military option when it comes to resolving this crisis. I just want to get your reaction to that. Is that really the answer here?
I don't think it's the answer, and nor do I take these statements as any kind of an indicator of what the United States intends to do. The costs and consequences of any use of force on the peninsula would be so profound that the only way any of this, I believe, would really be contemplated would be in the event that North Korea itself initiates certain actions that are so threatening that we are left with no alternative but to react and respond. But my own view is that although some people believe the U.S. would undertake unilateral actions against North Korea, I just simply don't see it that way.
I want to ask you about China, which has advocated a two-pronged approach. First, DPRK stopping its nuclear and missile tests. Then the U.S. and South Korea would perhaps halt their joint military drills, then getting all the parties back to the negotiating table. Is this something the South Koreans would consider? And even if they did, would it make a difference if the Trump administration is not on board?
Well, the new government in Seoul is trying to be, within a certain context, responsive to Chinese concerns, but it has its own interests to protect, and it has the fundamental importance of the alliance with the United States. So what President Moon has indicated is any plans that South Korea might have for meaningful re-engagement with North Korea would first and foremost depend upon North Korea taking unequivocal actions to step back from its weapons programs before South Korea could undertake such activities. So I think it's very important to look at the details here. I don't see South Korea wanting to find itself working at cross purposes to the United States. And there is, for added measure, the real concern that North Korea has now made major advancements in its programs. If there's some implication that there's equality between North Korea stopping its weapons testing and the United States pulling back from its exercises and so forth, I don't see these two as equivalent. I really don't. And I don't think that the United States is of a mind to agree to that. The United States sees the question of North Korea as a common danger that is affecting all the states of Northeast Asia as well as the United States. And that's the basis on which we have to think that we have to sort of proceed ahead in all kinds of ways to make North Korea really pay a real cost for its activities.
All right, Jonathan Pollack, thank you so much.